Madam, I always get confused while, okay, this is while connecting sentence. Every time I try, but can only find the first two pairs and the last sentence. Okay, so let's look at the example over here. Let's try solving this one, and then we will see if what is the problem here. Okay, so let's try solving this one. Okay, so the first statement reads, statement A is, in most of the tourist destinations of the valley, the somber environs greet the visitors. Okay, so we are talking about tourist destinations of the valley. Okay, we are talking about the valley. All right, but the turmoil has restricted most of the pilgrims only to visit the Amarnath shrine. All right, so because of the turmoil, it has only restricted the pilgrims to visit Amarnath shrine. Okay, so what turmoil, the turmoil we are speaking about. Okay, so let's see what is the turmoil. Besides, so again this is a connecting statement. Most of the Amarnath Yatris too used to visit the valley's tourist spot. Okay, so Amarnath Yatris, now they are just visiting the Amarnath shrine. Most of the Amarnath Yatris too used to visit the tourist spots, valley's tourist spot. Again, the valley, we are speaking about the same valley, after their pilgrimage to the holy Amarnath cave shrine. Alright, so after that they used to visit it. Okay, so now they don't. The tourist industry was expecting a booming business this summer. Alright, they were expecting a booming business. The tourist industry was expecting a booming business this summer. Now, but the unrest has dashed the hopes of those associated with the industry, the mainstay of Kashmir's economy. The industry was expecting at least 10 lakh visitors this season. Okay, now what is the central idea of this entire thing? We see a lot of tourism. It is basically on tourism of the valley. Alright, so it is talking about how it got affected, right? So the first statement, definitely in most of the tourist destinations of the valley, the somber environs greet the visitors. This is definitely the first one. Alright, so we have A. Guys, please try solving and chat later. Okay, so first we have A. Then what will come after A? This is what is the general statement. This is the general statement. So we got A. All right. Now, let's see the tourist destination of the valley. Okay. Now, the second statement that will follow is, the tourism industry was expecting a booming business this summer. Okay. So this will become the D, will become the next statement. All right. So here is what they were expecting, okay. Now what happened to their expectation? Before we go to that, again there's another expecting. Okay, so expecting, the industry was expecting at least 10 lakh visitors this season. Okay, so this season as in the summer. All right, so F will come next. Okay, and then we will have in most the tourism expect. Yes, A will be the definitely the starting statement. Why? Because here D, if you look at it, the tourism industry was expecting a booming business this summer. It does not talk about where are we talking about. Where? The tourism industry was expecting a booming business this summer. But where was it expecting a booming business this summer? We are talking about the valley. Alright. So generally, this is a very general statement. That's why this will be the starting statement. Alright. There is no connection with other statement, no link. So that's why A will be the starting statement. Then will come D. Okay. And then will come F. Why? Because again we have two expecting at least 10 lakhs. So what were they expecting? A booming business, as well as the booming business because they were expecting 10 lakh visitors this season, right? Okay, now next after this, what happened to their expectation? But okay, there are two usage of the word but the unrest has dashed the hopes of those associated with the industry, the mainstay of Kashmir's economy. Okay, so now we are referring to the industry, the same industry, so E comes next. Okay, so what has the unrest has dashed the hopes of those associated with the industry. Okay, so that is the turmoil we are talking about, the unrest. Okay, now what will come next? Apart from this, besides, most of the Amarnath Yatris too used to visit the valley's tourist spot after the pilgrimage to the holy Amarnath cave. So they used to, okay, but finally what happened? The turmoil, which we are in the unrest, the turmoil has restricted most of the pilgrims only to visit the Amarnath shrine. So that will be the order. This is a very good para-jumble. So to solve this, you need to first understand what is the main idea of the passage and what are we talking about. Okay, so here it is very clear that it is talking about how the tourism industry is getting affected. Okay, now the question arises, where are we talking about? Okay, so first the starting statement clearly defines what are we talking about. We are talking about the valley. Okay, and the valley means Kashmir. Okay, and then they expect a booming business, but these are the things that has happened. Okay, so you need to understand the words. Okay, like for example, the keywords in this para-jumble would be the tourist destinations of the valley. Okay, used to visit the valley. Here the tourism industry, here's another important word, the unrest, the turmoil, all these are important words. So this tells you what is the central idea of the passage. All right, so the order will be A, D, F, E, C, B.